Okay, so start. So till now we have read the data types in Python, right? We have got to the numeric type, and yesterday we saw the list. So let's complete today all the data types and let's move to our data science part. So let's begin. So first I will begin with the strings as okay, here's this Pavitra. See. We have completed the list, right? So we'll begin with the strings. So basically strings are among the most popular data types in Python. Okay, we can create them by simply enclosing characters in quotes, or we can say as Python treats single and double quotes in exactly the same, so no need for specifying that or discriminating between a double and single, right? Okay, so let's move ahead with going with strings. So in strings, we have some methods for strip, count, split, translate, index format. Let me do one of that method and make you see how it works on. You can see guys coming till now. It's 37 more, 10 to come. 10 or 12, 12 something to come. Okay. So up there. Let's wait for 2 times. Okay, no one is coming now. Let's go. So let's quickly complete these parts. So as I said, strings are actually the most popular data types, and we are dealing with the underquotes, single quotes, and double quotes. That's all we go with the string counts there. Fine, guys. So if I go and write something like this, a string c equals to, we have done this. Welcome to native fabric. That's all right. Something like this. We can go and check the type over there. It is very nominal thing, that is a string over there, right? So as I said, we have some of the methods in the string which will work on. So like I am showing you a strip method. Now the strip method basically removes any white space from your beginning and ending of your string. I mean to say that if I write this as a is equals to, let me give some spaces there. Okay, that's it. So if I go and if I print my a, I'll be getting my output something like this, right? If I normally print a, I'll again getting my outputs with some codes are there. So what if to remove these white spaces? If I need to remove these white spaces, what should I do? You can simply write your string name and then you can strip it that. Sorry, and you will be getting a only single, that is a default value of how string comes in. So there comes good evening sir. Okay, yes, good evening Priyansh. Okay, let's go. Now if your string is something, let's say you have a string with s and you have their artificial capital. If you have uh, intelligence, correct, if you have artificial intelligence as written in caps lock, you need to lower your string. It's simple way. You can write s dot lower, it will convert it into a lower, right? And suppose you have s dot lower, that is your, suppose that you store in p, that is s dot lower. Okay, we have 40 and 9 more waiting. Let's see. So you, when you go and print your p, you will come in with this. Let's go and write it upper. You can write, you can feel the difference what are coming there, right? So what if I write for p dot, now let's suppose a c, you have hello, or you have in A, right? So you have A as, okay, not like this. So you have A as hello, and it's again not done. Actually, I want this. So now you can see that your C is all are in the lowercase. Now I want only the first character to be capital. So what I'm doing is writing C dot title, or you can write as capitalize. You can write is capitalize. That's it, and you will be getting it the first letter as capital. Now hold for a second. Okay. So now what happens is, let's suppose I have written a line. That is, I can write hi this. Okay, hi. This is so right. So now I want every for okay. I want every first letter of my word to be capitalized. Right. So what I'll do is dot. There are a lot of methods over there. Okay. I'm not discussing everything. So you can get this is Sumit right there. This is how it works on, right? And I saw you yesterday that if you write something inside this AIEOU and you simply write a split function, it will split into a list of characters. So this is how a string works on. Right, you can get out the index, you can concatenate anything, you can replace there, you can write a format. A format is something like okay, let me show you a format. Let's suppose this is the year 2020 and I'm writing print this is the year, this is the year, and then I have written some braces over there. Okay, now what are the braces? I'll be writing it, this is like this, and let it be in particular line, let it be p is equals to this. Now if I write print t dot format, and in format you have to write something whatever you want. So I want this year value there. I'll be writing like this and I'll be getting the output that this is the year 2020. This is how format works. This is the only sign where you work it as format, and you can go with the methods, or you can go in the internet and check for how many methods you have. You can use single slash there, that is this one, slash n for a new line. You can use backslash, you can use many, or use for this is for backslash, for this is for single line what I said. If you write only the single slash, you will be getting a single quote over there. You have slash t as tab and many other methods. Okay, so I'm moving to a new data type, that is tuples now. So what are tuples? Basically, we saw list where a collection of heterogeneous data which are changeable, that is mutable, right guys? So we will moving it very fast today since we have only 2 days left, right? So what are tuples basically? So tuples is a collection of data which are unchangeable, right? You can't change it. You have to change it in some many other ways, right? I'll be discussing those. So a tuple is basically a collection of data which are unchangeable. So this question will definitely come in the examination, that what is the major difference between a list or a tuple, and there will be many options. So only choose that option in which the answer would be that lists are mutable and tuples are not, right kids? So the basic difference between a list and a tuple is that lists are always mutable and tuples are not. That's all. So let's move to tuples there. So any problem with the strings, guys? Tuples, let me check you. Is there any problems coming up? Strip method only eliminates 5 spaces before and after, isn't it? It remains between. No, it doesn't replace there. So that not replaced by themselves. Okay, any problem to anyone? Guys, I can see no one, no, and I believe that no one is having any problems, so I should proceed. Okay, fine. So tuples, as I said, are unchangeable, right? So let me take again the that, or let me take some names over there. Let it be, okay, let's take companies, and we have, and tuples are always written in rounded brackets. Let's say we have 3 companies right now. Fine. Now what if I want to add any company? So this is basically a tuple. Let's first go and see your type, that is companies. So you will getting at tuples right there. Fine guys. So now what you want, we want that we should add a new company, that is Microsoft, to my companies right there. So you will be going like, okay, I have to add, I need to write companies. Okay, well guys, I'll be writing companies dot append, and then I will be writing Microsoft, and that's okay. So what it displays that tuple object has no attribute of append, or any you can take it extend, nothing. Okay. So actually tuple is not mutable, so you can't add anything over there. So for adding any element in the tuple, you have to first make it into a list, and then you can add it to. Okay. And there's option of another method that if you have a tuple with you, you can add it that tuple with a single tuple, right? So how to do that, I'll make you some. Okay. So now first thing you have to do is, now for indexing you can index as, right, however in list, string, any type of indexing you can continue with the same here. So now what I do is I will writing the companies and spelling error, and I'll be converting it into a list over there, that is list of companies. Then after I'll be writing companies, and I'll be appending now Microsoft there, right? So once I have converted it into a list, I will be appending the Microsoft inside it, and after the appendation I'll be writing companies is equals to tuple of the regenerated it into the tuples, and you can run it now. Let's see who's hack. Okay, admit. Yep, we have 40, again 40. Fine. So now if you see your tuple, first go and check what is now your type of the tuple. So it's a tuple, right? Okay, we have changed in list, we have appended there, and again we have changed the companies into the tuple, right? So just go and print your companies, and you will see Microsoft there, right guys? This is an optional method of how you can add anything in your tuple. Now what if I want to add without converting into the list? What I can do, suppose you have a tuple of numbers, you have a numbers list, that is num, and you have a tuple of numbers, let's say 12, 45. Now what if I want to add any number inside this tuple, right? So I should be converted into list, and then I should append it. Not that. Okay, so we have an alternate option that we can create a tuple with only a single element. That is, if I write it something num, if I write n is equals to, and a bracket if I write 1, so that's not exactly a tuple. If you check the type of n, you'll not be getting tuple there, it's an integer, right? So what to do that it becomes a tuple? So I will be going it z1, and I will be giving a comma over there, that's all. So more than an element, it became a tuple right there. Now you can go and check for the type of n over there, and you will get now it's a tuple. So I will be writing num plus n, so you will be getting the output, that is 1 has been added there. Fine. So this is as simple as you can add there. Now if I have a that is, let's say, you can take as, let's say, any companies. IBM has been done, HP has been done, Microsoft has been done. Let's say it's Apple there, right? Okay, no, not exactly like that. Let's say it's Apple there. Fine. Now if I add companies plus co, will it be done? Yes, it's be done. Okay, so without converting it to list, you can go there and do this procedure. Fine, guys. So this is all how you deal with, and you have an option of indexing and everything, right? For companies, if you want to get to the first location, second location, you can access there, right? So this is same for everything. Now if I have a question, that is I have L1 where I am having a hello and I've been having hi, and in L2 I'm having sir and having ma'am here. Fine. So basically I need the output as hello hello sir, hi sir, hello ma'am, and hi ma'am. I need the output like something like this. Okay, hello with the sir and hello with the ma'am, hi with the sir and hi with the ma'am. So we have seen that if we want to generate individual element with both, we can use the for loop, right? So I will be using for loop since it's L1 and L2 combination. I am using L2 and I will be writing here that it's x plus y basically, and I will be taking that for x in L1 and for y in L2. That's all. So let's run it and go and check here. You will get the output, that is hello sir, hello ma'am, hi sir, hi ma'am. So getting for those, let's give a gap over here, guys, and we'll get a better output out there. So this will create a gap between them, and yes, it's good, right? Okay, so this is a tuple. So that's all about the tuple, how you can go and get everything. Now for reversing a tuple, there is an option. You can directly go and write for the reverse, not with like exactly like that. Suppose you have a tuple of m plus num plus n is there, right? So I'm creating as z equals to num plus n over there. If I see z, I could find this. Okay, fine. Now if I want to reverse this tuple, I will writing that z is equals to reverse, that is d of the z, and I'll be printing the z now. So not exactly. Okay, first I'll have to name it basically. So it's z is this. Wait 1 second. This is z. It's c is equals to reversed of z. It has been reversed. Okay, fine. Let's take this. This now I'm printing c over there. Okay, c over there. So basically it's not reversing. Some problem is happening there. Let me take an option there. Suppose my essays is equals to is 5, 10 and 15. Now writing a tuple over there, that is reversed of the s, and then I'll be printing the tuple of that's what I was doing here. So that is a tuple of tup, and I'll get it as 15, 5 and 10. I have written 5, 10, 15. You will get as that. So this is how a tuple works on, right, guys? Any problem in the tuple section? Should I proceed with the sets? I think no one has problem. Let's proceed there. So we're dealing with the sets now. How sets work? So guys, what are sets now? The set is a collection of data in an unordered way. You can say it's an opposite ways. Okay, so it's like that because we have used tuples, we have used lists. So this is, guys, if I wrote that IBM, or if I wrote IBM, Google, or HP. I have got my output as IBM, Google, HP. It has an order, right? However, how I write, I got the output as same as it. Okay. So in sets, what's happened? I write something and it will be coming in some distributed manner, right? So there will be some difference between this. So you can say a set is an unordered collection of items, and every element there is a unique element. And a set is created by placing all the elements inside a curly braces over there, like we used to write in the string format, and it's separated by the commas right there, right? So let me do it. It's very simple over there. So I will not be discussing much about the sets. It's a very small part. We have a lot of things to do. Okay, let's take a set name, set1, which is 1 2 3 4 5, and every element is unique, as I am saying. Is why? Because if I have a set, first go over and set1, you will get it as set. Now why I'm saying is every element is unique, because if you repeat any elements right there, okay, if you repeat any of the elements, you will not getting the output as the repeated ones, right? If I write, let's say in the set 1, if okay, let's create a set 2. If I write in this set that 1 2 3 3 4 4 5 and put a comma over there. Okay, now see, I have repeated 3 and I have repeated 4 for 2 times, more than 1 times, right? So if it would be an list, the printing should become exactly like this, right guys? So let us first print set 2 and see what comes. So you can see it's 1 2 3 4 5, or you can see for set, okay, 1 second, it's a code. And okay, so you guys can see that for set 1 it's 1 2 3 4 5. Now let's take the companies and put them in a set. You will see the difference what I am talking about. So let's take all these, copy it, or let's take only these. It will help us. So let's take co, that is only co I'm writing, saving some times and writing all these. So I have a co with this, something companies that with this also. Okay. What happens, you go and write print your co, you'll be getting Google, HP and IBM. So guys, you can see the difference. I have written IBM, Google and HP, and it has got unsorted way. So this has become something unsorted, right? And repetitions has not been done here. As you can see in set 2, you have got 1 2 3 4 5. You can say as only the unique values, that is unique is nothing but the common values. If you have a repetitions, you will not get the repetitions, you will get the only exact value of whatever you have the repetitions over there. So you have double 3, you will be getting a single 3 over there. You have double 4, you will be getting a single 4 there, and the rest of them as same it is. So 1 2 3 4 5. Any doubts, any confusion in between these? I can see. Okay, so there are 42 students. Anyone, any problem? You can see no. Fine. Let's proceed. So that is how exactly a set works on. Okay, you will be getting this particular same or some different problem in the examination, and in the set criteria you will be getting this point at how a set differs. We will be discussing about the questions on the 5th, right? So how can you add any elements to a set now? Let's see. Moving on. Let's suppose I want to add Microsoft Merced. I'll simply, I will writing it's add, okay, sorry, it's add over there, and just write, let's add Apple over there. So print co, you will be getting Apple over there, but not exactly in the first or second, anywhere in the place, right? So this is for if you want to add any particular value or a single value. If you want to add, you can use add over there. But if you want to add multiple values, let's suppose I have a list of some of the batsmen, okay, and I have over there such as I'm taking some of my favorites player. So I'm having there it as some of them, right? Okay, I'm having some batsmen over there. I want to add Shikhar Dhawan over there, Hardik Pandya there. So I need to add now Hardik Pandya as well as Shikhar Dhawan at a time, right? So for two elements you can't use add now there, fine. So what you have to add is update. What you have to write actually is update. So I'll be using batsman dot update. Put the parenthesis, give a list inside that, and write your whatever you want. Shikhar Dhawan, and I'll be writing for the Hardik Pandya over there. Let's make this initial capitals. So you can go and you can check for the batsman now. You will be getting Hardik Pandya, MS Dhoni, Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan, and Virat Kohli over there. So this is simple. How you can add multiple values over there, how you can add a single value over there. Now for removing, you have some methods. You can use dot remove. Suppose I want to remove Shikhar Dhawan from there, right? So I'll be writing batsman dot remove, and I'll be writing a Shikhar Dhawan. So simple, it's very simple. You go and now check for the batsman, and you'll get no Shikhar Dhawan out of there. Fine. Now the second method is discard method. Now again in the batsman I want to discard someone or remove someone basically. So I am removing, how to remove, I am removing Hardik Pandya. So let's remove and check for the batsman, and you will saying no Hardik Pandya out there, right? So what happens in the pop, you all guys know, right? So captain will be removed now. So let's check. Pop, yes, Virat Kohli has been removed. So what pop does, we have seen what pop does actually. You can't remove anything from there, right? So again, let's check your batsman, and you will be getting MS Dhoni, Rohit Sharma out there. So this is a method or something you can get out to remove everything out there, fine. So for clearing the set, you have a method that is batsman dot clear always, that is clear, and you will be getting an empty set now. That is an empty set there, fine. So for deleting any sets, and for deleting any sets you can write directly got del and then followed by that. Okay, so now let's do some common problems with that. I'm creating some unions, intersections, difference. Okay, only 3 of them. So what are exactly union? So union is something, okay guys of class 11, some students who will be in class 10th or 11th might have you will be reading union in class 11, and you might have read it in the matrix section. So union is basically if I say union of A and B is a set of all the elements. Okay, so if I have, let's suppose A, if I have A and in 1 2 3 4 5 I have written there for some problem. Okay, I have A equals to 1 2 3 4 5, and I have B as over there, and let me write as 3 4 5 and 6 and 7 also. Okay, so I have B as 3 4 5 6 7. Now if I want to print the union, and what is the union actually doing? So union is performed by writing a operator called as this. You can write simply by writing of this, or you can apply union by writing directly union or something. If you want to write union, you can write union over there, or you can simply apply this over there, right? So for printing union, if you can also write A dot union of B, what it actually do, saying you. So if I write something like this, that A dot union of B, if you run this, so you'll be getting all the values, right? 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 5 6 7. You are getting 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Why? Because this 3 4 5 and 3 4 5 has been repeated in both the sets, right? So you have got the elements over all the sets, that is A and B. You have contributed your elements there, and you have removed the basically set actually does not print the repeated, right? So you will be getting 1 2 3 and then followed by 4 5 and 6 7. That's all, right guys? So understand the method of union, and if I write A this, you will be getting it again, right? So this is something of union you can working of. Okay, So same with the intersection. Now intersection does that is A if if A and B is having a set of common elements over there in both the sets. Okay, who's coming now? 3. Fine. So let's move ahead. Now if you have a method, sorry, I'm talking about method. If you have a common elements in both the sets, that is A and B, so for there you have to be performing the intersection part, right? So if for the intersection, what you are doing is nothing but using the AND operator or AND operator over there. Fine. So let me print the intersection over there. Now if I write A dot, so what are the common points, guys? 3, 4, 5, let's see. Of B, no, yep, and you will be getting 3, 4, 5 there. You can also write it for A and B and you will be getting 3, 4, 5. Right, guys? Any problem to this? Anyone? Let me check the chats. Where is the mouse? Okay. So no, I can see no. If someone is, sir, we can remove the codes from where you want to remove the codes. No, exactly not from. If you want to, now these are the strings, you can't remove the codes over there. Okay, so that's all. You don't need to. Who's coming now? Prakash. Okay, he is having his class code, I think 19BB. That's something great. So what's the difference between the remove and the discard option? Okay, so okay, remove element, directly remove some element from the there. It's you can say as, okay, you have to give some generic definitions over there. So remove element only works on set and discards only work on set, but the common differences, let me do a practical and show you there. So if you have a set over there, let's just suppose A, and you are removing it basically. So what happens is A dot remove, and there you write something over there, right? 3 if it comes that A is, that's, and if you write A dot discard, so let's write 2 over there. So basically, see, now discard and remove, these are the two options which are only remove available in the tuples, in the list, and in the you can say as what there's sets too, right? So use of discard is something like it removes the element from the set only if the element is present in the set, right? And the element is not present, then no error or exception is raised. Okay, no error will be printed for discarding those. Okay, so if I write A dot, let's see what we have in A. So if we have in A is 1, 4, 5. If I want to remove A dot remove of 6, what will we do? It's a key error of 6. Now instead of that, if I write for discard, okay, that's a spelling error. If I write for discard, it will not raise any error. So I think you have got the basic definition or understanding between these. Whose doubt was it? So Supriya, I think you have got understood that what is that. Okay, well, good to see that. So let's move ahead. So that was how an intersection work on, or how a, we can say as, union work on. So let's go to see how the difference work on. So now difference is something, if you find the difference between A and B, it will create a difference between the set A and set B, and then that are the only elements in A, that, or you can say as the only elements in A but not in B. Or if you write the B minus A or the B dot difference of A, you will be getting the only elements present in B but not in set A. So this is basically the first chapter you read in class 11th, that is sets and union, everything. I think so it's now still the first chapter because we have read that as a first chapter. So let's go and write. Now we have changed something in A, so let me write again the A value, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over there, and we have A and B, I think same now, isn't it? Any changes? Okay, fine. So I want to get the difference now. So if I write difference, it's this, no, only the difference. If I write a dot difference of b, you will be getting what? 1 and 2. Why? Because in the set A, you are getting the difference in the set A. Actually, if you write whatever the first name you write or the first set name you write, you will be getting the output of that. So you have written a dot difference of b, right guys? So what is a? 1 2 3 4 5, and what is b? 3 4 5 6 7. So what is different in set A from set B? We have 3 4 5, here we have 3 4 5. What is the difference there? So it's 1 and 2 only. So the only difference you have in set A is 1 and 2. If you write b dot difference of A, so you'll be getting there 6 and 7, right guys? I think you have understood this, what is the difference between this. And you can also write A minus B over there. You will be getting the same output, and you can write b minus a over there. You will be getting that. Okay, so I think you have understood. If you're not, then let me know here. Sir, hello. Okay, no, a is equals to hello. Fine. So let me see. It's very small. A is equals to hello. Print a. Print star a. Why? Sir, in list we can be able to remove quotes. I am right, sir. What you are actually asking, I'm unable to understand what you're asking. Certain list we can able to. Okay, I'll see your doubt later. Let me first proceed with this. What is the name is this guy? It's Sanjeet. Okay, fine. Sanjeet. I have to ask to Sanjeet. Okay, fine. So let's move to the dictionaries now. Okay, this is how set works on. Okay, guys, everyone is able to understand, I think. So intersection is something. There's let me discuss here. Okay, what you do you know, guys, about the subsets? Subsets are something which elements are present in the another set, right? If I called A is a subset of B, so I mean to say that is A, if I mean to check whether that if the elements of A is present in a element of B, right? I can write as something that is, if I write that rt, okay, let me write as AI. So in AI we have a set of elements that is machine learning, that is able, let me write as ML, and we have DL. Okay, we have as, okay, so let it be this. Okay, and we have, no, we have ML over there, let it be this AI1. We have AI2, where we have ML as well as DL over there. Fine, guys. So now if I want to check the subsets, so what actually the subsets are. If I write AI tab of errors, okay, if I check actually that if AI is a subset of AI2, so it will get true. Why? Because AI, whatever the element is there in the AI is present in A2 also. If I check the reverse of it, that is, if I write for AI2 is the subset of AI1, it will get you false. Why? Because DL is not present in ML, right, or in AI, right? So these elements are not present in these one, so it's not a subset over there. So this is basically what is subset, and it ends up right here. So that's all for sets. Moving on to dictionaries. So now dictionaries are something I can say what exactly the dictionary does. So I'm guessing you guys know about Aadhaar card, right? So for those of you who don't have what it is nothing but a unique ID which has been given to all the Indian citizens. So for every Aadhaar number there is a name and a few other details attached, right? So now you can consider the Aadhaar number as key and the person detail as the value attached to that key, right? So dictionaries contains the key value pairs enclosed with curly braces and have keys and values separated with you can say as a comma there, right? So I can say that if you consider with the Aadhaar card example, so any person is not having a same Aadhaar number, right, guys? If you have a list of person in your country, if the government have a list of person is in his country, so any person's Aadhaar number does not match, right, guys? So same with goes with the dictionaries there. So in dictionaries we can't have a same key out there. we can have the same value, right? If Aadhaar numbers starting for or ending with, let's suppose 9168 has a value of let's suppose that person name is Sumit. So it might be possible that okay, what has been happening there? So it might be possible that a Aadhaar number ending with 1234 might have got the same name as this, but these are the values actually. So these values can be saved, but the keys cannot be seen, right there. So that is the common difference over there. So let me go and first create a dictionary. So what are the protocols for the dictionary? Is something that a dictionary is a collection of many values, okay, and dictionary have key and value pairs where key must not be same or there must not be duplications in the keys. You can duplicate the values, no problem is there, right? So dictionary is a collection of an unordered data which are mutable and can be indexed, but sorry, so here indexing can be done using the key name, not from the index key, or you can write for dictionary of 1, dictionary of 2, you can't write that, okay, you can write dictionary of that particular key, whatever you want. So there you have some values, let me write for that. So for any dictionary, you write for the dictionary name and then you create it something like you have a key, and for that you have a value over there, right guys? You have another key, sorry, you have another key, and for it again you have a value over there, and the values can be same, but once again these keys cannot be saved, okay. So you have keys, you have values, you can write same values, you can write different values, there's no problem, but you should not write the same key over there, guys, okay. That's okay with you guys? Okay, so let me proceed over there and you will understand it better. You can go and search for the type of this particular dictionary name over there and you will get it's a kind of a dictionary. Okay, so we have a lot of methods in dictionary. We have clear, copy, values, update, from keys, gets, and everything out there. So I'll not be discussing every one out there, and I'll discuss some of them. So let's start with that. Suppose I'm saying that I'm having a list of cricketers, let's say, or let me take it as COVID cases. COVID cases, I'm taking a list, dictionary of COVID cases. I'm saying it's for the Delhi. So what are the exactly COVID cases? Let me take. So let's check what's about the cases here. For Maharashtra, I'm seeing it's 187K. Okay, fine, that's it. I don't want any cases over there. So 187 for Maharashtra. Let me write for Delhi. Okay, I'll write for Delhi first. What's about the Delhi? It's 90 to 175. Oh, that's a huge number. 175. Okay. So guys, there's another method also. You can put a comma there and you can just print enter and you can write here too, right? Instead of writing these long, you can write in short of that. Maharashtra. Spelling is wrong. Today guys, I will be giving you a drive link where you have to download a lot of files from there, and we will be working with that tomorrow as for the major libraries as pandas. Okay, so Maharashtra, it's well good. So it's 187K. Oh no, it's 187K. Let me write it as a string. It's 187K, and that's a huge. So in Chennai it's 60 and Gujarat it's 33. Let me write for that. Let it be something as 92K. For Chennai we have how much? 60K. Let it be K. And I'm taking the last as Gujarat. And in Gujarat you have, I forgot, you have 33K. Okay, that's it. You ended with up your dictionary here. I mean that you made your dictionary here. Fine, guys. So, okay, let's stop this console. Fine. So just go and hit run, and you got it. So if you want to see your COVID cases, you can see that Delhi is having 92k, Maharashtra is having 187k, Chennai with 60k, and Gujarat with 32k. Now, if I want to access anything out there, what I mean to say is that if I want to access any particular value, if I want to check that what is the status of Maharashtra over there, right, guys? So I'll be simply writing COVID, and there I'll be indexing for the Maharashtra, right? I'll be writing COVID and I'll be checking for the Maharashtra over there. So it will return me the value that is 187k cases has been registered in Maharashtra, right? So this is how you can do indexing over there. So this is, well, okay, that is very pretty and very easy. Now in dictionary we have, as I said, that we have some keys and we have some values. Let me see any errors. No messages. Very good. So okay, let me close this. So as I said, that dictionary is having a list of particular keys and a particular values over there. So let's find that what are the keys of your particular dictionary, that is COVID, and I'm writing for its keys, and we'll check that these are the keys over there. That is Delhi, Maharashtra, Chennai, and Gujarat are the keys, right, guys? These are the keys over there. And if you want the values of that, you'll be writing for the values, sorry, values over there, and you will be getting some values, that is these are the values of their respectively. Okay, so if you want to get the keys and the values at a time, so you'll be writing for the COVID and you will print in for the items over there. So it will print you the key value, or you can say as the key as well as the value at a time. You will be getting all the key and the values at a time out there, right, guys? This is how dictionary you can access the keys and the values over there, right? You can clear the key dictionary by writing dictionary.clear. You can copy any dictionary or any list or any tuples or any set. The copy method is same for everything, right? So let's suppose I'm writing for C, and I can write here COVID dot copy. So I have successfully created a copy of, right, okay, it's capital C. So you can see C is also a copy of that. Okay, so I need to clear my copy. So if I now see the C and it's in right this, so basically I need to delete my C. So that's all, it get deleted. And now you can print anything with the get use also. If you write get dot COVID, something like, if you write on get dot value, you will get the value, right? If you write COVID and you write get, and if you write there for Delhi, you will get the value of the Delhi, right? Okay, so for indexing you have two options. You directly go and index using the key over there, and you can go and write the set or the dictionary name, sorry, the dictionary name, and then you can write dot get, and whatever key you want to access there, you will get the answers. Okay, so this is how it works on, it's work very easy out there, guys. Okay, so let's see how loop works on dictionaries. Okay, so now I have a dictionary. I'm simply writing that for, let me zoom it out. So I'm having for, I'm searching for the keys in a particular, sorry, not dictionaries, and keys in COVID cases, print me the keys. Okay, now see guys, don't be confused that I am printing the keys. I can write here for I in COVID cases, print me I. Okay, so I can write anything there. This is just a variable, whatever you can write according to you. You can write that your name, for name in put a space over there, for name in COVID cases printed. You can write anything. So I am writing for keys in keys. Okay, so since I am printing the keys, so I am using keys there, right, guys? So print keys, I am getting the keys, that is Delhi, Maharashtra, Chennai, and Gujarat over there. Fine. If I write for values, so don't get confused over there. I print the values for it. And if we get the values as okay, so that is not wrong. So for that you have to write for COVID cases and then inside over there. Okay, so you will be checking for the iterations under your keys. So that's what you will get now. It's 92, 187, 60, and for that. Okay. So if you want both to be printed at a time, what you will do is you will write for I in your COVID cases, print I, that is what, and as well as print me the COVID cases I. That is the normal you have done everything. So, let's suppose think it for I in COVID cases, print I, that is same as I have written here, and for I in the COVID case. Okay. So for I in COVID cases, get me the COVID cases I over there, right? So that's all same. You will get the values, that is Delhi, 92, Maharashtra, and so on. You will get the values. So instead of writing for all these and creating confusions in your mind, what dictionary have, it have a very simple method over there, right? So you can directly go and access for the I in, for the I in the COVID cases dot keys. And you'll just be printing the value of 5 and you'll be getting the keys over there, nothing to write there, right? And same for the for I in COVID cases dot values. I'll be printing the I, you'll be getting the values over there. Now for getting both at the time, you'll be writing for that for I comma j in COVID cases, you'll be printing I comma j, sorry, that is cases dot items as items print both of them, right? So this is very similar to what it gets. So exactly the same output as the previous ones. You can see it is exactly the same output as that of them. Okay, so this is how you deal with everything is there. Now for checking anything if it exists in your dictionary or not, you use something like you check that if let's suppose West Bengal in your COVID cases. If it is so, then I will be printing yes, and I am not giving any else condition. If it is not there, it will definitely print nothing. So I got no output, so it's not there, right guys? So you can go and find the length of the cases over there. It's like 4. Okay, you have 4 keys, so it will not get you the values length also. It will only give you the keys length. That you have only 4 keys out there, right guys? So now what if we want to add a key over there? Now if I write let me take over the history over there, and if I see Chennai is having 60k plus, I have written Chennai, yep. So if I see Tamil Nadu, okay, it has 98 plus. So if I write for Tamil Nadu 98 plus, if I want Tamil Nadu inside this, what I will writing is same thing. You will writing the COVID cases, you give a list type there and write for the Tamil Nadu and give equals to value and write whatever it's 98k, right? 98k, run it and check for COVID cases. You will get Tamil Nadu 98k over there, right? It's very simple to work on with these. Okay, so now what if you want to remove anything from there? So let's remove, and now you will see the change of pop use here. So if I write COVID dot pop, so what it gives that in dictionary pop expects at least one argument and you have given 0 over there, so you need to give such or something statement over there, fine. So let's suppose, and statement should be your key value. So I want to remove Gujarat, that's okay. So it has removed Gujarat as well as 33k over there, so you can get to see here. So what is the function here that we should use to remove the last element automatically? So here comes a new element, that is pop item, right? So it will remove, the pop item will remove the key as well as the value over there, right guys? So that is COVID dot pop item. Okay, it's not op, it's pop item. So it will remove the last element automatically. Now you can see your Tamil Nadu is the last element, that is 98k. So Tamil Nadu with 98k has been removed. You can go and check for that. You will get out everything, right? So this is how you can write. For clear, I have said that you can go and directly write COPY. You will get the, sorry, you did write COVID. That's dot clear over there. You will get a clear out there. And this is how set is being cleared. So these are some of the methods we use in the sets to complete and go through it there, right guys? So here we complete our sets too, and we'll deal with the matplotlib now. So okay, so any problems to anyone in the sets or till now whatever we have done? So we have completed the basic Python part till here. Okay, now we will dealing with the some of the visualizations and the data science parts. So anyone to have any problem, or if I'm getting faster, then you can let me know. I can go with a very somewhat 0.5x speed. Okay, so as you can see, no one is having problem. So I believe that everyone has no problem, and let's proceed further with matplotlib. So guys, what is exactly matplotlib now? So matplotlib is a, you can say, as a kind of library you are using for visualizations, or you can say as plotting basically. So for plotting, so plotting is something you plot in a graph, right? Everyone is familiar with graph, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, 3D graph, 2D graph, right guys? So this is all about plotting. So let's move there and see how to do. So for plotting and getting these, you first have to load a library. That is, you will be writing for import, and you will be importing a library called as matplotlib dot pipplot, that is pip and lot, sorry, pipplot is your, it's depend on your mode, whatever you want as. So I'm writing plt, so you can write anything there, right guys? So you have to write import matplotlib.pipplot as plt and just run it. Wait for 2 to 3 seconds. You might face some more seconds, and yes, it's imported. Fine. So for that, getting more about the matplotlib, you can go to your Anaconda, you can go to the environments or learning, and here you can refer what is matplotlib documentation. You can read over here how it works on and how it just get over. Okay, so let me go here to my Chrome. Suppose we know all the basics, can we create our own language like Python or something else? Own easy language, does it work like that? I didn't again understand your what. Suppose we know all the basics, can we create our own easy language? So you want to create your own language, that's need actually a lot of methods, right guys? Like Python is a very big community, Prakash. You will need to work for a year and year for making like Python. Okay, and does it work like that? You can try. Okay, meanwhile if you want help I can give, but that not very easy to build up a language over there, because you have to install very much things over there, libraries, consoles, and a lot of things. Okay, so import matplotlib.pipplot as plt. Now what is the basic use of that? I'll be dealing it, and before matplotlib I should discuss you the numpy module. Okay guys, I'll be discussing the numpy before dealing with the matplotlib, so as to be you prepared for the data science. So first let me deal you with the data science field. So what exactly is data science? Okay, so data science is something where you deal with a lot of data. What are data now? Now data are something which you can see everywhere, anywhere, and in front of you. Everything you see is a data in point as perspective of a computer, right? Computer has its own vision, it sees everything, and whatever you taught it see, and it creates something of its own visualizations. So that is particularly called, everything you see in your daily life, you come up with a new data in your brain, and you actually unknowingly you store a lot of data in your brain there. But that's the problem, that you can't access every data at a point, because that's what why we made computer, right? So let's get to the data, let's work with the data science. So we have a module called as NumPy over there, right? So metrics, we have NumPy, we have some metrics over there. we have some dimensions over there. So dimensions are nothing but the size, or the, you can say, as a matrix. Now what a matrix is, basically it's a kind of an Excel sheet, you can say, where you have some 1 dimension, 2 dimension. If you got something printing over all the, like a column or there's a row there, this is basically called as a row, and these are basically called as the columns over there, guys. Okay, so if you get something like this, or this is column, this is rows, fine. So this is row, this is column, and you can maintain it like this. So matrix is basically a calculate, as a, you can say, as a collaborations, or as a collection of n dimensional, you can say dimension, not, and you can say as a collection of rows and columns. Okay, so let's be dealing with the matrix over there. So let's come and import the numpy as np. Wait for, yep, numpy is much faster. And for seeing in which version numpy you are using, it's very easy. You can write for empty dot you will be getting the version of the numpy what you are using. That is it's 1.8.1, 1.8.1, and you can check yours, right, guys? Okay, so for those who are not dealing with Anaconda, let me tell you, for the PyCharm, guys, you have to install it manually, and you can check it actually in the internet how to install numpy in there. Actually it's very easy. In the left hand side you will be having in the right top you will be having some interpreter options. Click over there, go to the file settings and click on the plus sign. You will be getting a console over there where you have to add. Click over there. Okay, in the end of the class I will show you how to add numpy in your file for the PyCharm students. Okay, if you can do manually, that's well and good, and for the non PyCharm it's very simple. For Anacondas and for Kaggle ones, it's very easy to directly load. And for anyone is not having PyCharm and Kaggle and not Anaconda, if you're dealing with your IDLEs, so you have to manually upload it, you have to install it by writing call as pip install numpy. That's all. Okay, or you can write over that conda install numpy. Fine. So what is numpy, how it deals with? So I said matrix is a table of rows and columns. Now what is a numpy array? We will be dealing with the arrays now. So what is a numpy array? So array is, you can say, as a collection of data, you can say as a collection of n dimensional data. Now what are dimensions? Again, it's a number of rows and number of columns over there. So let me create a single dimension figure and a single dimension array, and you will be able to understand how it works on. So let's start writing it for a so from now onwards you will be dealing with some sort of mathematics. So single dimension is something, if I write a, or I write dimension 1, that is d1, and I'm writing is np dot array over there. Let me zoom it, so it's very new to you guys, many of them it will be new to those. So I've created np dot array and I've written something 1 2 3 over there. Fine. So basically it's an array, but what kind of array? It's an numpy array, right? So that's all. Okay, now just go and get your d1 over there. So you'll get it's an array of 1 2 3. Now for anything you want to know inside the numpy, there's a very better use and a very practical use for anything you want to know. That is, if you want to know about what is np dot array, just go and write np dot info, give a parenthesis over there and write np dot array. It will tell you about what is np dot array, right, guys? So you get a lot of collection that what is an np array. You will read it, you can read it over, and you can see how it works on, how np array works on. For anything I will be using here, you can go, if you didn't understand, you just go to your console or notebook, you write over there np.info and check for that particular module over there. You will get the options and they'll get the answers over there. Fine, guys. So let's move ahead. So okay, so this is basically an array, right? Now what if I want to check its dimension? If I want to check its dimension, I'll be simply going and writing it at print. Okay, let's move fast. So I'll be writing its array name, that is a, not this, it's d1, that is dimension 1, and I'll be checking it for directly the number of dimensions, that is d1 dot number of dimensions over there. It will give it's one dimensional array. So how a two dimensional array now gets up? So it's very easy. There again we have two dimensions array, and it works like something as, you can write .t2 and it's like np dot array. And now see, how can you see it's a single dimension? See, you can see a one bracket over here, this bracket. You can focus on only on, what I'm saying is to focus only on this particular list bracket. So you can see one bracket starting over here, so it's a one dimensional array. So if I write for the 1 2 3, you can see there are two brackets, right guys? So 3 4 5. So now you can see d2 dot n dimensions, it's a two dimensional. Why? Because you can see here two lists over there, okay, two rows over there, you can see as, okay, this is basically a row. I will discussing what how it is called a row. So this is, you can see two brackets over there, starting brackets. So this is a two dimension figure. Let's move ahead further and how three dimension works on, right? So let's for three dimension we will having a three brackets, right? It's very simple, very logical out there. Okay, not like exactly this. This is 1 2 3 followed by 3 4 5. There's some errors, followed by 4 5 6. And you can see three brackets are starting, three brackets are ending, and so it's a three dimensional array. So we can go and get the n dimensions over there, and you can get it. Okay, fine, it's very easy over there, guys. Okay, so any problems in launching NumPy and working with that? So can we do matrix operation? Yes, obviously you can do matrix operations here. How can we how to update NumPy which is pre-installed? Okay, you need to update your NumPy in which you are working, guys. Okay, Kal Yutstaran, in which actually you are working. Let me know in which you are working. I'll tell you how to update over there. You can reinstall NumPy in a Python and you will be upgrading it in your, you can say, or you can write pip install NumPy and you will be upgrading it. Okay, if you are in Windows, if you are in Mac, you write sudo pip install NumPy, and if you are something another version, you can write prio install uNumPy and you will be get off for that. And for PyCharm students, you have a very good option over there. You have their options to install which version you want. So for those, it's 1.16.5. Let me see what I have. 1.18 or 81 something. I have 1.18. And what is this? COVID cases report. You have 1.16. Nothing to worry. You can go and play. Write. Did you have a Python pre-installed before I gave anything? How can we present 3D in a 2D screen? In a 2D screen, we want to get visualization. So I haven't. Okay, you want to see 3D in a 2D? Exactly, yes. So I haven't told you any visualizations of the 3D here. I'll be telling it in the tomorrow, I think, because we were dealing with the NumPy today. And we have, I think, 1 hour. Okay, we have 1 hour something. Okay, so whole 1 hour we're dealing with the NumPys, and I think it's get completed. I'll move to Matplotlib and then we'll show you how it works. Yes, it's pre-installed. So if it's pre-installed, not exactly for pre-installed. Have you ever installed that Python before getting in this workshop or before this July actually? So if your Python was installed with July, if an NumPy was installed before July, it might have some previous versions. It's very simple. Let's go in your command prompt or write there pip install NumPy if you have Windows. For Mac, if you have a version like me, you can just go to your terminal and there write sudo dot. Okay, moving on. So this is how you get it. Now what happens is I have written an array over there. Now is this a single dimension, two dimension, third dimension? If I write something like this, that is t0, and if I write np dot array of 50, 450, so is it a single dimension, double dimension, or triple dimension, four dimension, poly dimension, any poly? No, it's a zero dimension figure. Why? Let's check for d0 dot endim. You can simply accurate it like no brackets are there, no dimensions are there. Simple. It's very easy, guys. Okay, so this is how you can get the dimensions over there. So you can get the size of an array, that is d1 dot size. It will tell you the size of that array, that is 3. If you get a d3 dot size, you will get over the 9, that is number of elements over there, right guys? So in d3 we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. In this we have 6, in this we have 3, right? Now what if I get for d3 item size? So it will tell me, okay, it's okay, n is there, that is 8. So we have by default the integers as something as 8, and many other types have some other values. Okay, so we have item size of every item size is having as 8 over there. Fine. So for getting the data type of what type of item you are having in your array, for that you have to go and you have to write for d3 dot d type. That's very simple over there. You check for the d type, you'll get, okay, we have integer of 64 bytes over there. Some might get integer of 32, right guys? Some might get integer of 32, and for it's me for 64. You can get for d3, length of the d3 you will be getting for 1. That's how you deal with those. Okay, and suppose now we have d3. Okay, so if I get d3 shape, what it will tell me exactly? It tells me 133. Now what's exactly that? It is saying, let me print 1t3. So it is saying that your d3 looks something like this. Okay, so you have written exactly the code. You once remember what you have written in d3. This is what your d3. So when you print it, it's something look like this. Okay, any queries over there? Let me first see. Yes, okay, fine. So see what happens is it prints 133. What is this exactly? It says there is one row. Okay, there is one row and there are 3 columns, that is 1 2 and 3. And you can see that how there is one row. So if you see it, basically when you were creating it, you have created everything in a particular single list, that is this and this, right? So basically you have one row there, you have 3 columns over there. In every column you are having 3 elements, that is it's saying all. Okay, we have a new student here. That's event of, we have 42 today, 7 missing. They might be seeing the videos. No questions anymore, I think so. Yeah. Okay, Aviral Sharma. Let's move ahead and working on. Okay. Now if I create a dictionary, sorry, not dictionary, array, and if I write something like d4, let's me write for d4. I'm creating it for np dot array, and I'm writing and dealing it with so I've created 1 dot 2 dot 3 dot, that's nothing but I've created a float there, right guys? And just run it. You go and check for the data type. What do you guys expect? What should become there? Coming there, that is definitely a float value. Why? If you go and print this, you will get there this everything in the float. So if you change any of them in a float, that is if I have been using only the float in this one, still you will be getting all the values as your float values. Okay guys, so let's move ahead and you can see the shape of that. That will give you 2 cross 3. Now you are having 2 rows as well as 3 columns over there. And if you write for d4 dot item, now get the, okay, for that you have to write this item size, that you will get again 8. Okay, so this is how it works on. Okay, now let me get to its functionalities. Okay, so how to transpose or reshape any array. Now someone asked me how to get with the basic calculations with the arrays. So who asked? Deban asked. So let's see Deban how it works on. Okay. So we have a array of 2D, that is D4, right guys? Now I want we'll printing D4. I'll print two rows and three columns over there, right guys? We have two rows and three columns. Then I'll be printing that shape of D4 is exactly what? That is D4 dot shape. Okay, this is shape of D4. That is exactly what I will getting there. Let me get this. Fine. Now what I want is I want to reshape it. That is, I want to change its shape. So I'll be printing a new line over there. That is this, and I'll write reshape of D4. Printing up there that it is becoming, I'm changing it to 3 rows and 2 columns. For those who have read this, you might know that it is basically a transpose over there, right? There is now what I will doing, I will creating a D5 over there, and D5 I will writing dot D4 dot reshape, and reshape I will writing the 3 cross 2. I want 3 rows and 2 columns right there. That's it, and I'll be printing the D5, that is D5. That's all, and you'll get the results out there. So there's some error. Shape of D4 is okay, that's an error. I need to keep a comma over there. So let's run it, and tuple object is not callable. Okay, that's a pretty problem. Let's only with this, and there goes it. Okay, so now you get it that okay, let me print D4 also. Now it has been changed, so leave it. So you can see the D4 was with the 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay guys, and shape of D4 was 2 rows and 3 columns, as you can see. Yes, now since I have reshaped it in 3 rows and 2 columns, so it comes like 3 rows and 2 columns now there, right guys? Any problem to understand this code? Anyone? You can see the codes again, and sorry, yep, you can see now. Any problem to anyone? You can see the outputs for those who downwards doesn't work. You can see, let me zoom it more. You can see the codes. This what is I have done, that is I have written the shape, this the new line, and then reshape, and then printed it. It's went off. It's very simple. So any queries to anyone? Can you explain it again? Simple recall. Yep, sure. So let me write that if I have D4 something like this, guys. Okay, so it's Prakash out, I think. So see Prakash, I have D4 something like this. I want to reshape. We have 2 rows, 3 columns, right? You can see 2 rows, that is 1 and 2, and 3 columns over there. I want to reshape it. I will be writing that creating a reshape in something another. I will be writing D4 dot reshape, and I know its shape is 2 cross 3 now. If I print D4 dot shape, I know its shape is 2 cross 3, but I want to reshape it into 3 cross 2. That is 3 by 2. That is 3 columns and 2 rows. If I write so, if I check for the D4, it is something like this, but the D6 value, it's this. Okay. So now we have 3 rows and 2 columns particularly. So have you understood? Prakash. And anyone having any doubt in understanding can like ask. Okay, don't hesitate, just ask, because you need to clear those things. Anyone having problem? Should I proceed there? Okay, I can see no problems there. Fine, so proceeding out. So this is how you can reshape. It's a very basic calculation over there. Now, what if I want to change the data type to integer? And what if I want to change it to integer? What will happen? So I will simply writing, for changing any data type, you will have to write d6 dot as type. Now what is as type? It will change the type. Now whatever you write, it will be changed. I'm writing for I, that is integer now. Now what that is, you can see the difference. Your data type has been changed, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6, and it has mentioned now that is the data type is integer, 32 bits. Okay, you can change it into the boolean too, that is d6 dot as type over there, boolean. Run it, you will get all the true values, because every value is true for itself, right? So that is how it works on. And now for creating a copy over here, again here is very easy. Let's suppose write x d7, you have d6 dot copy. It's very easy. Go with the d7, print it, you will get the copy of it. Okay guys, it's very simple out there. Fine. So now if I write a single array, if I create a single array, now I have a new function that is called as arrange. Now what is arrange? We have seen array, we have seen everything. Now what is arrange over there? So basically it's a range of an array. We have used range function, right guys, in for. So we'll seeing arrange, that is a range of an array basically. So let's move, let's write a1, that is arrange, or let's write array1 now, and I'm writing it for np dot arrange of, let's say I'm writing 50, so not 550. It's very simple to see that if I write 50 over there, if I run this and if I check for a1, I'll be getting an array starting from the number 0, right? It will start from 0 and end up till 49. As I said, that range, it is a range of an array over there, right? So it's nothing but it will create a range of the numbers starting from 0 till the 1 minus, that is 50 minus 1, that is 49. So you created that, but you will be getting a numbers over, if you check the length of it, you'll get the 50, because you want actually a 50 numbers range, right? But you'll get the value still 49. Any confusions? I think no confusion should be there. If I create an array 2, like again you can see something like, I can specify from where to where I need. If I write from 1 to 50, I'll be getting it from 1 to 50, that is 1 to 49. You can check it out. You're getting from now 1 to 49 out there. Fine guys, very easy. And you can get it, if you want it till 50, you can write a3 is equals to what, it's very simple guys, is array of 1 to 51, you will get the 50. There is type not understood, sorry. So check for a3, now I'll get it's 1 to 50 out there. Any confusions in the arrange function? So what project do we have in this course? So project you have is a bank system, bank working system. Like you have to make define you same projects in R and same projects in Python, right? So project is basically you have to build a Google platform for anyone, or a platform for anyone to come and make their bank account, and you also have to create a basic or a exactly a same as how ATM works, right? How automatic teller machine ATM works, like you have options for cash withdrawing, depositing, you have to make for that all those, right, for bank procedures and as well as for ATM working. And one more you can get as something called as wait 1 second, it could be like a Google form, right? If a user is writing some form names, and you can specify over there that it should be always gmail.in, right? Gmail.in. It should not be like someone comes and write for yahoo.in and he can create his Gmail ID. No, it should be always gmail.in. So you have to make something like that. Okay, so for that, just start practicing, and you need to go with the functions there. So I think I have left out functions. Okay, yep, I haven't dealt with the functions, guys. Okay, so guys, functions are basically, let me complete it first. The functions are basically a program within a program. Whatever you write it, you will get the outputs. Now a function is defined by writing its simple function. Okay, this is function. For defining any functions, you need to write def and then you write that function. Okay, so I'm just creating a function that will add some numbers. So that will add some numbers, that is x and y. So under that you have to write, that is, if I write that I give add of x and y, so simply what I have to do is I have to just return the value of x plus y. That's very simple, guys, that's very simple. So if I write add of 3 comma 4, I'll be getting a value of 7. Understood, guys? You can create your own function basically, right? So you can write, you can create a function right. Okay, let me do something interesting. Let's take name, and this is a basic procedure I am telling you of how you can make your Google Forms first step. So you go and get this out as a name over there, and just write here there is n is equals to input, enter your name, or you can take it as full name, and then what you have to write is you have to basically so what I'm doing is I'm taking a name and then I'm splitting it from the gap. Wherever I will get the gap, I will split it from there. Okay, and then I'll store it in n, and then I'll print it welcome first element of the n, and that's all it will work on. Okay, so let's see. If I call the name function, it says to enter your full name. I'll be writing my full name over there, so I'll be getting a welcome of only Sumit out there, right? So this is how it works on. Okay, guys, so instead of getting everything first, what we have been doing is like we have been writing over the name, and we have been getting for the inputs over there, and we have been turning for enter name, and we have been writing it for print welcome the name. That's it. Run this. Write this. Now you will be getting welcome Sumit Kumar Shukla whole, right? So we have done till this. Okay, so let's do make something new. We have learned how split works. We have learned how list indexing works. So that's all you make, and take an entry in the list, or you can say take an entry, split it into a list, and then print the first. Okay, that's well. So if you check what is your n there, you will see that in n you have, not in this exactly, if you check your one exactly n dot split is, that is this one n, so you will be checking that you have been entered as something. So without, okay, fine, that's, it's very easy. Have you guys understood how functions work on? So banking project, system project is done. Okay, you have created, right? Okay, so I'll give you a new project then. Okay, so everyone has understood how function works. Basically forgot actually, it was a pressure. So yesterday some students were saying, sir, when to start the data science, so I was in a rush to start data science today, so I actually forgot the functions. Okay, so this is how function works basically. So let's back to the numpy and then work on. So this is how you can get a very easy that how welcome name over there, right? You can get a phone number also. Some girl asked me from your batch exactly some yesterday or maybe day before yesterday, sir, how to get the exact how Google confirms that this number is this or this is something like that. Someone asked, I don't remember the name, but I said that I'll let you know. So I'll be giving it. Okay. So let's go with the NumPy first. Now what happens is if I create a NumPy or if I create an array of, you can say, let me write first, or we have some two arrays, D4, D4, what is it? Okay. So what happens, I have creating a copy of D4, let it be D8. Okay. Now D4 dot copy. Now for the D8, what happens is I want that I should change these 2 into 10. I want to change this 2 into 10. Now what exactly is the position of the 2? If I write D8 of 0, what I will get is, that is, these are the two elements, right guys? Now first element and second element. So the first element is 1, 2, 3. I want to access this 2 as 10, right, as 10. So I'll be writing in the D8 0, in the D8 of 0, I want to access the first element of 0. So from here we will be writing as 1. So what it will be doing, it will be accessing the 0th element, and in the 0th element it will be accessing the first element, and then I'll be writing it something as 10, right? Just run it and go with the D8. So you'll get that now you have got your 10. Any confusions in this process? Anyone? Any confusions in indexing process? This is your 0th position, this is your first position of D8, this is a complete list over there or array where your 0th element is 1, 2, 3 and the first element is 4, 5, 6, and what you have done is in the 1, 2, 3 you have taken the first element, that is 2. So you have done D8 0 and from there you have went to the 1 of that and you have got it there 10. Right guys, any confusions there? No, I can see no from Devan. It's okay, his name is quite confusing. Well, he's also no. Prakash, no. And what about the rest? Everything is fine for everyone? Should I proceed then? Okay, there are 41, so I should proceed. Fine. So this is something when you do copy and when you change anything. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking it something, not copy. Now I'm taking as D9 and I'm creating its a D4 dot view. Now what view does, you have seen that if we have D4 over there, okay, let me first write it. Now you can see D8 has been changed, right? But if I see D4, will D4 be changed? No, D4 has not been changed because D8 is a copy of D4, right? Okay, so D8 has been changed as 10 and D4 has not been changed. But I have taken something like view, I have print D9, I can see something like this and this. Now it's D4 is saved and D9 is saved, right guys? I want to change the save method in the D9. Let's copy this and print this and run this. Now if I see D8, okay, not D8 exactly, D9, and you need to do in D9 basically. It's D9 and D9. So now you can see D9 is 10. Fine guys, it's very simple. But when I see D4 now, it is also there 10. So what view does, view will change your copied data as well as your original data. But if you do copy there, only the copied data will be changed and nothing else. Okay guys, clear with that? Now if I write D8 of 0 and 0 plus the D9 of 0 and 0. So what will I get? That is 2.0 exactly, right? Now what is that? So I have added D8. Where is D8 now? Let me print the D8. So D8 is D8 0 of 0 is 1. So basically D8 0 is 1, 10 and 3, and that 0, the 0 of 1, 10 and 3 is 1. So I'm adding this 1 with D9 of 0. Now what is D9 of 0? That is 1 again. So plus 1 plus 1 gives you 2.0 over there. It's as simple as you have created, right? This is very simple process. Okay guys, any doubts in that? Now let me go to the, what's the time there? We have 7, I think I should say. Okay, very good. We have half an hour. Let's move fast. Okay, now let's say we have an array 3 over there, and I'm creating a range. Let me move my hand fast, and I'm creating an array till 10 now, and you can see A3 as 0, 1, 2, 3 till the 9. Okay, now you want to access or index the values. You can very easily index that. It's 3. You can count 2 for 3. You can get the elements. I think you guys now are familiar with the indexing process, whatever I'm doing there, right? If any one of you gets any problem, just speak it out. I'll repeat it for you. Any problem to anyone till now? That is what indexing comes like this. Okay, so this is very easy. It's in everything till 3, you have got everything till 2, you have got printed. You have got printed the A3 in the intervals of 3. You have reversed it. Basically you have got the printing between 1 to 4. You have got the printing between -4 to -2. You have printed everything between 0 to 4 in the intervals of 2, and that's what. Okay, so no problem, sir. What about passing parameters to a function? So what exactly what function you want, you just write it here. I'll let you know. Okay, so write it down. I will let you know. So this is how you work within basically arrange function. Okay, now let's move ahead. And now if I have any of the arrays with some multiple dimensions, let's see, more than one dimension is multiple dimension. Now I have D4 as my double dimension, or you can say as a 2-dimension array. Fine. Now I want this dimension or this array to be in a single dimension, or like this one. It's like this one. What I do? We have now two methods here, right? I can directly go and write d4 dot reshape of -1. Look at a single value of there. Any problem is there? Yeah, there's a problem. You'll get a single value over there, that is 1, 10, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very easy there is. Okay, and you can also go and write TSL travel there. Okay, now this will also create a same method, the same output over that. Okay, this is something we have methods for creating a double or a multi-dimension array into a single dimension array. We have two options. We have more than two options. I'll discussing, but there's no time for discuss everything out there, guys. Okay, we have a very short time, so let's move forward. So this is how you get. Now if I have an array, and if I have a range of an array with some elements, like if I have a range of an array, let's suppose A4 I have, and I have np dot range over there. Now I'm taking it till 1 to 10 over there, 1 to 10 over there. Fine, guys. So I'm having numbers from 1 to 10, right? So I mean to print it individually, the elements, as a for loop prints. So what basically will for do? For I in the A4, it will print the value of I. You will be getting the individual elements from 1 to 10 right there, right? This is actually what for does. So this is like a very basic definition of for. Okay, now if you have a very 2-dimension array and you write to give your for loop there, so it will print the number of rows one by one over there. Fine. So how it does, you will write for I in D4, you will be printing the values of I over there. So it will print the number of rows over there, that is 1, 10, 3 and 4, 5, 6. Very simple over there, right guys? And if I need to print a triple for over in the single array, if I write for I in D4 and don't print it, for J in D4, for K in D4, okay. For in these three cases, I just want to print I, or I just want to K. That we're already getting at. So this is basically the loops for executed for 3 times. It is 1, 2, 3, and for the last time, that is K. Right, guys? So this is basically it works on. Okay. That is simple as work on how it works. Now, if you want these elements or these elements, these, okay, let me take it. If you want these elements, right, guys, as to be printed in this form, we have seen that we are using for loop in this a single dimension, we are getting the output as this, right? Okay. Now, if I want to get the output same as compared to the double or multi-dimension array in this format, what I have to write is basically you have to use sorry, for I in np dot nd iterations of and the number of dimensional iterations of particular whatever you write. That's I'm writing for D4, and just go and print your I. That's very easy. You will get the iterations, that is 1.0, 10.0, 3, 4, 5, 6, very easy. And well, that's passing a value to a function, values to a function. Okay, I'll be doing with that, Vamsika. Okay, I'll deal with that. So for while this is fine, guys. Very easy to understand how it works on, right? Now let's suppose I have it for, okay, any confusions between ND iterations or these loops to anyone? Let's see. Okay, I can see Sanjeet, and okay, I have a doubt of Sanjeet. I have to answer him, and the doubt was something for, I forgot the doubt, but I know that you have a doubt over there. You asked for something doubt over. Let me see this doubt actually. Okay, let me mark it. Yep. So any problems anywhere here? No problems I can see. No, fine. With these 4 students have no problems. The rest of you I think also have no problems there. So let's move on. I'm creating another array A5 of same size, and let it be a range of 10 to 21. Let's see what A5 gives. So A5 giving you the numbers from 8 this. What A4 gives you the number from 1 to 10 over there. So is there any difference between the length of A5? You can check for the whether the length of A5 is equals to the length of A4. So no, there is some problems. So what is the problem? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh. Let's take it for 11. Sorry. So 5, now I will check for that, and we get to 5. Good to go. So you can also check by length. You can also check by writing for A4 dot size equals to A5 dot size. It's again true, right, guys? If you write A4 equals to A5, it's not correct, right? Everything is false out there. Every comparison, it basically compares the 11th with 1, 12th with 2, 14th with 4, 15th with 5, and everything is false out there, right guys? Okay, so now if you want to concatenate any of the two arrange functions, or you can say as any of the two arrays, you want to concatenate it, you want to add it over there. So let's create a join function, a join name, and I'll writing dot np dot concatenate, that is concatenate over the, and write down the array names. So I'll writing it as A4 comma A5 over there. So just it is, and press the join, and you're getting the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then followed by the 11 to 20 others. Fine guys, any problem to anyone? Let's check it out. No problems, still there, no problems, fine, very good. Now this was the case of a very simple single array dimensions, right? Now what if I have a double dimension? What if I have a multi dimensions, right? When it takes to D4 over there, let's take D5 and I think D8 is also a double dimension, multi dimension. Let's hope, okay, we have D8 something like this, we have D4 of something, okay, same. So what about D6? This is now of the same dimension. Let's create a D10 over there. It's np dot array of 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. 16 over there. Fine guys, and that's happened done. Let's go with the D10 and you're getting there. Fine, okay. So if I write directly that D4 plus, not exactly, D4 plus D10. So what you get is 12, 22, 16, 18, 20, 22. What is that exactly? So your D4 was something you have added with that and has printed. That is 11 plus 1, that would be 12. 12 plus 10 is 22. 13 plus 3 is 16. 4 plus, oh, maybe it's 4. 14 plus 4 is 18. 5 plus 15, 20. And 6 plus 16 is 22. Very easy. Now if I want to add these two-dimension array or concatenate this two-dimension array in a particular row, what I have to do is I have two options or two methods out there. I'll be discussing both of the methods. So if I write np dot concatenate and if I write it something like, not exactly, yeah. If I write it d4 and d10 over there, and I have to, if I don't write anything over there, if I just print it, here you can see it has done 1, 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13 and 14, 15, 16. It has just joined everything, right? So if you don't like anything, you get out of there. And if you write anything there, that is something like axis is equals to 0. So basically it will be printing it in the column axis, that is a y-axis. Okay, when you give axis equals to 0, it is supposed to print everything in the y-axis. So this is your y-axis, and if you don't give anything, by default everything is there in the y-axis. So you need to give the x-axis. For x-axis what you will be giving is nothing but, that is okay, only the axis is equals to 1. So it will print here there right now. So now it becomes 1, 2, 1, 10, 3 and followed by the next one, that is 11, 12, 20, 13 and then 4, 5, 6 followed by the 14, 15 and 16. So for removing this confusions between the axis of 0, axis of 1, what Python and what NumPy is having is H stack and V stack. Now H stack is something which joins the rows, which does this work basically, and V stack will be doing this column work. So it's very easy to work with V stack and H stack. Let's write for H stack over there, and I'll be writing there for D4 with D10 there. Anyone wants to speak anything? Someone has unmuted, so anyone wants? Okay, that's all. So what the H stack will do, I said, it will merge in the rows part, right? That is 1, 10, 3 and this all. Okay, now if I deal with the D stack over there, that is D stack, I'll be getting it for not D stack. D stack will give you something different. I'll be giving you the output what D stack will give you. So V stack will give you basically the column output, and what D stack, it will give you an output in the depth of the each column, equal depth, that is. You'll be reading about everything there. When you read matrix, you will get everything. Okay, so this will give you an equal depth and equal number of columns, everything. Okay, so this is how D stack, H stack and something works on. Okay, yes. Now if I want to split an array, if I have an array and I want to split that array into 6 parts over there, right? So let's say I have an array 3, I think it's a single dimension, fine, very good. Now I want to split this array into multi arrays. So I'll be writing it and np dot array or underscore of split over there, that is split, and I want to split A3 into some parts, whatever you can write. Now I can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 over there. I want to print it into 4 parts. Okay, the 4 parts, run this, you will be getting in the 4 parts. That is, first will be taking 0, 1, 2, then it will be taking 3, 4, 5, and now 6 has been over, so it will take 2 and 2 there. Now what if I have printed this in np dot, let me copy this, reduce the work, let me copy and paste. So what if I have written it into the 5, everything will have gone it 2 2, right? So that is 0 1 2 3 4 5 and so on. What if I have written it into a 10, every single individual array would have been created, that is array of 0, array of 1, array of 2 3 4 5 6, right? What if I have written it something like more than 10, that is I have written in 12 parts. So what it does, it will split till the 10 parts and will split the 2 arrays as empty arrays, that is 2 blank arrays. It will split it into 2 blank arrays. Now any confusions in these parts? Why we specify access all the elements are not getting displayed? When we specify access all the elements are not getting that. Who said you that everything is not getting specified, guys? See, Supriya, it is getting specified when we write this. You see 1 10 3 4 5 6 11 12 13 14 15 16, exactly these are the only accesses, right? This had been printed as 1 10 3, this is 1 10 3, 4 5 6 as 4 5 6, 11 12 13 as 11 12 13, and 14 15 16 as something like this. So I can see everything has been specified. Do you have a vision problem? Huh? Supriya, is that okay with that? Any problems? I was just joking. Okay, don't take it serious. Okay, fine. Okay, let's move ahead. Supriya has mentioned something. No, that's all. Let's move. So it's print everything. Okay, there's no like, it don't have any personal, you can say as fighting with that x is equals to 0, right? So it prints everything there. Okay. So array split has been done, right? If you give the number of elements accessing, and you will be printing the same output and some empty outs. Okay, that is how it works. Now what I do is, let's suppose I say I have a range of A6, and I'm saying it that I want to write is np dot, what is the time? Oh no, it's over. So np dot arrange, let me go fast. So guys, are you enjoying, or it's like a boring for you guys? Okay, because it's I think it would be new for most of you, NumPy. So it is like feeling that it's boring, very boring classes going on. Okay, guys, please let me know if you anytime if you get some boring parts, I'll make you tell some jokes and you will be enjoying there, right? So A6 we are having np dot arrange of let's take it for 100 or 101 over there, 1 to 100, that is, and let's create it. A6 we get, what is going now? So it's basically an array starting from 1 and ending to 99. Let's make it to 101 and you get everything out. Fine, guys. Now if I want to see that, let me first print, then I will check it. I want to see that what are the numbers basically that are divided by 2, and what are the locations exactly of the numbers those are divided by 2. So I'll be writing out where, and I'll be saying that what are the locations of the number divided by, when divided by 2 leaves remainder as 0. So we'll check that and we'll give that, yeah, the first value, third value, fifth value, seventh value, these are the something which when divided by 2 gives as 0. So in my first value, what is, it's 2. Okay, it's when divided by 2 gives 0. But this third value is 0 1 2 3, it's 4, then followed by 6. Exactly, you have gotten all the even, or you can say as you have, by this operation what you got, the even numbers out there, right guys? Any confusion in that case? It's not boring. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, let's move on then. We have 3 minutes left. Let me complete more than 6 functions now. So okay, that's where how it is work on, right? Now let's say if I have anything, let's say the games I play, I have something as a list of games. No, the games I play is, let's say I play only 2 games, that is COC. Let's play COD, and it's okay, this is actually sorted. So I play PUBG there, and also I play COC there. Fine. So guys, this is not a sorted way, because according to dictionary, C should come first and P should go afterwards. So if I want a sort of that, I will be writing np dot sort of the game over there. So you can get a sorted way, that is COC, and then followed by the PUBG. Now what is basically, now what exactly scientists use is linspace. Now what is linspace? If you specify any number of spaces, like I have written np dot linspace of, now I will be dealing much faster. I have taken linspace of, let's suppose I write x comma y comma z. Now what does it actually does? It will create a you can say as a list of numbers between x and y. It will create a list of numbers between x and y, and how much numbers you will be specifying in z. So suppose if I am writing a linspace of 1 to 20 and 100 numbers, I want a list of numbers between 1 to 20, and I want 100 numbers between 1 to 20. You can just go and print it. You will get a list of 100 numbers between 1 to starting value 1 and ending with a 2 right there. So moving ahead, you will understand how it works. And linspace is something which works between very minute to minute values. That's why scientists use this. So I take it 0 to 0.1, and I getting the 150 values for that. You just go and print it. You will be getting the 150 values between 0 and 0 to 1. That is, these are values. Okay. Now for getting the maximum of this, you will be writing for that directly. If I want to maximum of np dot linspace, and just go with 0 comma 0.5 or 0.3, and just get the 10 values over there, and you will get the maximum number is its maximum number is 0.3. Suppose you copy this and you want the minimum value of that, so you will be getting the minimum value of that. If you want to find the sum of that, it is very easy. Again, just go and write here the sum of that. You will be dealing with the sums over there. Fine guys, this is how it works on, right? Now if you want a square root of any number out, you just go and write np dot sqrt, and if I want the square root of 49, just go and print, it will give you 7.0. Now if you have a d4 over there, or you have a, let's suppose, d12 over there, d11 has not been done, so d11 is np dot array, yep, it's an array of, let's go ahead and let's write 4, 16, 25, let's 36, 49, and what about the 8? It's 64. So you have d11 as something like this, and you want a square root of d11. So it will give you that square root of 4 is 2, 16 4, and 25 5, 36 6, 49 7, and 64 8. This is how square root works on, right guys? Okay. And addition subtraction is something working on, like if I write you have a3, yep, you have a4, 0 to 9. Okay guys, so make a, okay, we take as a11 is equals to a4 dot copy. So we have a11 plus a1, that is your a3, a4, we got everything out there, right guys? If you write a1 minus a4, you will be getting the values, right? Don't need to worry. If you write a4 multiplied by a4 over there, you will again get the values. If you write a11 divided by a4, you will get the values over there. Fine guys, this is how multiplication, addition, subtraction and all this works, right? So for finding any sum of an array, write the array name and just write the sum of it, you will get the sum. Write this and write the minimum of it, you will get the minimum value. Just write that and get the maximum value, you get the maximum one there. Fine guys, this is how it works on. And if you want to get a reshape, I have said you go with the reshape and Ravel methods, you will be working on for that, and you will get the values. Okay, So I have told that random and random int and random range. So we have used random range. Let's see how random int and random or rand works as something. So I will be writing as from numpy import random. Okay, random. Okay, so from numpy import random, I have just, yes, it has been imported. Okay, I don't need now. I'm writing a is equals to random dot rand of, let me zoom till, okay, so it's a random of 50 numbers. You just enter, you will just run a, you will getting a random of 50 numbers over there. So what rand does, it will print you a random of 50 numbers. Now here is no range, right? There is a no range now, so it will exactly print the 50 numbers, no that 49 and everything is there, right? So if I want that b is equals to random dot rand int of 200 comma size equals to 100. Now what does it actually means? Now I want to print a random integer, an array of 100 size, but the numbers should be in a range till 200. A random integers starting from you can take from 0 to 200, but I want exactly the 100 random numbers. If I go with that, if I print with p, so I will get every, you can get the numbers that is starting from 0, you can take 0, you see it's a random actually, so numbers are in an unsorted way, second 0 here, so it's starting from the 0 and getting till, let me sort out it and let's see what is the maximum value of that. So if you sort v, we can see a sorted v. Okay, now it's sorted and we can see the number elements have been repeated also, that is 103, because it's, since it's a random, it can be repeated over there, and we can see 199 is the last value. Okay, it might be 198 or it's something, right? But it should print only till 200, 200 minus 1, that is. Okay, fine guys, understood over there, and this is how it works on. You can create a double dimension also over there. Now if I copy this code, okay, sorry, if I copy this code and I print it over here, and instead of 100, if I write it in a format of 2 comma 50, no, if I write it in a format of 10 comma 10, it would have printed something like this, that is the 10 rows and the 10 columns now, right? We have 10 rows, individual rows, 10 rows and 10 columns now. Okay guys, understood how we do this, and we are going now to understand how we distribute the data, that is called as data distribution. Now from data distribution is something, if I write x is equals to random dot choice, sorry, it's random dot choice, and in the choice I am writing that whatever number I want to get, that if I want to get 3, 5, 7 and 9, right? Now I will be displaying its percentage in what percentage I want to, I want 3 to be displayed by 10%, you have to write in decimal values. I want 5 in 30%, so it's 0.3, for 7 it's 60%, and I don't want 9 to be get printed, so I'm writing it 0, right guys, and I'm giving it a size of 100. So I want 100 elements of 3, 5, 7, 9 only, no random numbers. I want only of 3, 5, 7, 9, and 3 to be printed for 10%, 5 to be for 30, 7 for be 60%, and 9 for no percent out, right guys? So let's go and print x, how it comes on, and you can see 7 has been printed for the most number of times, as because it has got 60% of ratio. 5 has got 30% of ratio, 3 has got some 10%, and 9 has not gone printed ever, right? So this is how we work on and we get over that, right? You can get a very small also, if you write with this, and instead of writing for this, if I write 3 cross 5, it's very simple. Let's go with the x. You'll see 3 cross 5 over there, with 3 for the 1% and 7 for the 60%, followed by these also, right? So 9 is not there, so 9 is no percent of there, right? Very good, well to go with that. If you want, you can make you another one, that is, let me write, you might be confused. And np dot, or you can direct write y is equals to random dot choice in, right, some, let's say 10 and 20. Now I want it to be printed in equal percentage, that is 0.5 comma 0.5, and I'm giving it size equals to any size you want to give it as 10 cross 10. Just go and get it printed, and you'll see a 10 cross 10 of equal percentage of 10 and 20 right there. This is how it works exactly, right guys? So now if you want to see your configuration of your NumPy, it's very easy. You can go and write for show, and you can write underscore, get the configurations, and run this. You will get all the configurations of your libraries, directories, and everything out there. This is how. Okay, so what's the time? Okay guys, can I take more 10 minutes because I have to complete NumPy itself today? Sir, it's not old, it's Counter Strike. Okay, you can say that. So can I take more 10 minutes guys? It's 7:38. I'll be leaving you till 8 there. Anyone having any problem? Because I have to complete NumPy and it's more just of, okay, no more 10 minutes, no, it's just of one more code. Let me write for that. Okay, so printing, you have got a zero matrix. You have read what is zero matrix. So let me write for zero. If I write it for zeros of, let's say it as 2 cross 5, that's 2 rows and 5 columns. So I'll get a zeros of 2 rows and 5 columns right there, right? If I want a ones of 2 rows and 5 columns, that is one matrix, and P, where from P come. So ones of 2 comma 5, you will get the same as 1. Now to remove these decimals, if I want no decimals to be printed, only that integer value, you'll have to specify np dot ones. In any type you can write for this. Okay, so if I write 2 cross 5 over there, and if I write d type is equals to int. Okay, d type is equals to int. You run for that and you will get this. Right guys, it's very easy over there. Fine, you get it. Now for identity matrix, it's I, that is I. Identity matrix stands for, if I write it for 10, I'll be getting an identity matrix of 10, that is the rest of the parts are 0 and the only one is this is I, that is 1 over there. Fine guys, this is how it's working on the identity matrix, and this is something you can go with it all. Okay, so for any mean, median, mode, as I said, for finding out the mean over there, you can find the mean of any particular that I'm finding for D4, you will find the mean there. If you find the median over there, you can find the median. You can find the median, but finding for the mode, you have to load another library from it, that is import stats. Wait for 2 seconds, and yes, it's imported. Let's wait for more. It's getting imported out there. Let me write the command. For checking the mode of any particular array, you can write it for S3, sorry, D4. It's D4, right, correct. You'll get the mode result there. Fine guys, this is how it works. Now for finding the LCMs and or everything for the mathematical calculations, you need to find the LCM of some numbers. You can go right with the LCM, and you will go with dealing with the 2 by 4, and you will get the LCM of 2 and 4, that is 4. Now if you want a LCM of any array, you need to first reduce it. Let it be single array or double array or multi-dimensional array, you need to reduce it, and then you write any, you will get the LCM over there. Fine, that's a problem over there. Let's see what happens. So it's LCM dot reduce basically, and again it's a problem. No looping matching specified here until function is uniform. Okay, so let's make a data then. Now let's make, that's it. So we have some d over there. Let's find its LCM. So they will get the LCM out there. Fine. Same with the HCF, that is greatest common divisor. It is GCD. You will getting the GCD of that. And for any numbers, that is spin and whatever you want. Let's say you want 2,5. Sorry, 5. You'll get the GCD over there. For the GCD also, you'll have a method of reduce, that is reduce over there. And if it's writing for AD, you're getting the GCD over there, right, guys? As I said, what are uniques now? Let me tell you what are actually unique. Now you can see that in the array, this in this X you have seen, or in this X you have seen the number of times any number is repeating out there, right? So if you want to see that what exactly the numbers are there in the X, that is in single, I want to write that np dot unique of X. I will be getting that only there are 3, 5 and 7. These are the only elements there in the X, right? What is X exactly? It is this. So the one, can you relate it? In R we have studied, right? It was factor, and in Python it is unique there. Okay. So in unique we have got only that these 3 are the numbers which has been repeating outside there. Fine, guys. Understood how it works on and how this works? Everyone, any confusion? So here we end up with our NumPy. Tomorrow we'll be going with the matplotlib as well as the pandas. So and seaborn too. So anyone having, okay, the number of cells we have completed today is 306. Well, it's good to see. Stop your recording.